immediately. Congressman Mike Quigley of the Illinois 5th District joining political analyst Paul Lisnek for a discussion on gun control and immigration in this week's Political Pulse.
Now, you went to a gun show recently in Indiana. Just a good old boy going to a gun show.
Back home.
That's right, back home, Crown Point, Indiana. What did you see?
You know, you have to put this in light, in the context. Shortly after Orlando, and there have been more mass shootings in this country than days of the year. Obviously, a lot of shootings in the city of Chicago. I wanted to see what they said. And I guess it could be best described as a carnival-like atmosphere, either oblivious or purposely stated to react to that.
How easy was it to get fairly dangerous assault weapons?
Well, first you could get an assault weapon for about $600. The most expensive one we saw had two 100-round barrels, and it was $2,400. But I actually was able to purchase a raffle for $1 for an AR-15. And one of my staffers, a young lady, was there, and they were trying to sell her pink, blue, green, really fashionable small handguns. And for concealed carry, a fashionable concealed carry purse. Somewhat surreal given the atmosphere that we're living through now.
So given what you went through for the day, because folks who are watching us now who, you know, favor gun ownership and all of that would be listening to your story and going, what's your point? Because that's exactly what gun shows are. So as you go through that experience and you head back to Washington for the possibility of action, what do you want to happen? Because what was wrong with what went on that day?
I think it's still too easy to buy a weapon designed for a theater of war. No one is defending their home with an assault weapon. 100-round clip. You're not defending your home. You're not hunting deer. You're hunting people. It shouldn't be easy and that cheap to buy that kind of gun. There needs to be universal background checks. So if you're on your third-order protection, or you're on a terrorist watch list, or you're a felon, or adjudicated dangerously mentally ill, you shouldn't be able to buy a weapon. You can under these circumstances. It has to change. And finally, the most important thing is, right now the GAO says that 300 or 400 times terrorists, people we think are terrorists, have purchased these weapons. That should be our first target.
I'm going to combine that to what happens in Congress, but I know this past week you spoke at the Citizenship, Immigration Services and Naturalization ceremony that was held. I don't know that a lot of congressmen show up to that, but you did. What's that like?
In the atmosphere we're in, it's a breath of fresh air. It is a rainbow of colors. It is something that shows to me, I always think of it as a booster shot of patriotism. You know, there was about 100 people from countries all over the world whose whole goal in life was to be an American citizen. You didn't have to tell them, make America great again. You know, America is that shining light, that beacon of democracy that they want to be a part of. And it's very, I guess, Capra-esque, and it's great. I recommend it for anyone who wants to remind themselves why it's great to be a U.S. citizen. So
you get to this struggle on immigration policy and what to do, and Trump accusing Hillary Clinton of wanting to bring 200,000 refugees and all this sort of stuff. But then you're there and you see the good immigrants who make up this state, this country. How do you resolve this?
Yeah, I think you have to work with education and helping people to appreciate the fact that this country has always been a nation of immigrants. It's what provides us our strength. And it's far more important to remind us that there's far more that unites us than divides us, far more that binds us together. We have more common interests, and it's the wrong policy to find some sort of pariah, some scapegoat for all our problems. We're in this together. You go in that room, you're reminded of that.
You can find that full interview with Congressman Quigley on WGNTV.com. You can also watch clips from Politics Tonight on CLTV.com. Paul and Politics Tonight airs on CLTV weeknights at 5:30, or you can stream it